Just about 3 weeks ago, Twitter was rocked by its mayor, I think they call her, leaving Twitter. This was Chrissy Teigen, author of Cravings, which I own. It's actually a really good cookbook. Anyway, surprised fans last month when she announced that she would be departing Twitter for good, saying, quote, "It no longer serves me as positively as it serves me negatively, and I think that's the right time to call something." Well, if you've ever tried to give up social media platforms and stuff like this, you might not be shocked to find out that about 3 weeks later, she is back, she has returned, tweeting, "Turns out it feels terrible to silence yourself and also no longer enjoy belly chuckles randomly throughout the day and also lose like 2,000 friends at once, LOL. I choose to take the bad with the good." So I assumed that Chrissy Teigen would come back. I thought that it would take a bit longer. Brett, what are your thoughts?
You only come back on Twitter with an announcement if you want you to say something. You know what I mean? Like she left. Like you can still have those belly chuckles, my friend. You can still like have a ghost account and show up and read things if you want. You also have to admit that this is you wanting to be part of the conversation again, which is totally fine.
Yeah, that seems quite reasonable.
First of all, I do want to say, like, this was my pitch today for main show. And earlier in the day, I'm like, whose cursor's by that? Hover over it, John Idarola. Stealing we're not doing this on the main show today because John put it in this. I wanted to have the conversation though, and I'm glad that we're having it. I love that people are like, Chrissy Teigen's gone, and then Chrissy Teigen's back, woo! Sure.
Well, and the opposite of that is happening too. Lots of people are attacking her, mocking her, and all that stuff. Which I get, she's a divisive figure on Twitter. I get that, like she has huge fans and she has people that despise her. In particular, with political Twitter, she's traditionally not been a big fan of like Bernie Sanders and stuff like that. So that has caused a lot of people to, like, people get very invested in her on both sides, pro and con.
Yes, and there is no reason to do either.
Sure. Well, she tweets
what
funny
do you have
stuff.
to say? Yeah, she's kind of funny from time to time.
I think she's funny.
Yeah, I am someone who is interested in pop culture news, developments, etc. Art. Chrissy Teigen leaving was one of those things where I'm like, she'll be back. And 22 days later, she's back. And again, like I want to I'm not pro Chrissy Teigen. I'm not anti Chrissy Teigen. I am precisely the person who points out that we're all going nuts being pro and anti Chrissy Teigen.
Sure.
Like it's fine if you go away and you come back, it's cool. But I do think there's a little, you also lose like 2,000 friends at once. She's either undercounting or overcounting that. Like how friends are you with them?
I mean, she's talking about like people she would reply to or have replied to her, I'm sure. Look, I wanted to cover this for two reasons. One, am I personally invested in her? Not like a lot of people, but a little bit, sure. I mean, I had a weird history where she didn't like Bernie. So it's not the sort of person I would generally be all that interested in. But at one point, she followed me. And I don't know why, considering my political tweets. And then at some point she stopped following me. And I find that fascinating. And I wish I knew which tweet it was that led to that, but I don't know. So that was the personal investment. The meta thing though is, it is very hard to leave things like this. Like there are times where I would love to leave, but how could I possibly do that? The career stuff and all that, and for her too, like my career stuff is political Twitter, career stuff is like promoting projects or John Legend or whatever. Like it is very difficult, but the thing that made her leave is still there. And it is as sanity grinding for all of us, I think, or at least the vast majority of us.
There are certain, there are definitely certain news items and people that reveal to me how horrible I am. Chrissy Teigen's one of them. Like Chrissy Teigen reveals to me how horrible I am because that last tweet of hers is everything right and wrong with Twitter. I choose, like after much thought, independent, internal reflection, I've determined philosophically, I choose to platitude a platitude a platitude. I choose to take the bad with the good. And it's that most people like the office poster that says hang in there. That's it. That's all people are here for. And while I sit there, and again, this is a reflection solely on how terrible I am, where I'm like, I'm gonna make the perfect point on Twitter. It's gonna be flawless. I'm gonna, I'm gonna figure out where everybody's at and say something that'll really create this like giant either catharsis or insight. But really, what most people are just looking for in their daily life is someone like Chrissy Teigen to say, you know what I've decided. And I might be the first person ever to say this. I choose to take the bad with the good.
Okay. And you have now crossed over from neutral on Chrissy Teigen to anti-Chrissy Teigen. I'm putting you in that category.
I try to be neutral on Chrissy Teigen. And the reason that I say I point out that people are getting too passionate about it is that I myself get too passionate about it. And like, oh, Chrissy, are you okay? How's your mental health? Is everything going well before you put down the phone and go back to your bubble bath room? Like,
I understand. Yes. Okay. Okay, we have found out that you are neutral to Chrissy Teigen the way I am neutral to the royal family. It just takes the right update. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.